So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. But not quite... Oh, I completely forgot about that, because I haven't played this game in like 3 months. Welcome back to not quite the same as before. Because this is the 1.0 release of Subnautica Below Zero. And I have not read... I don't even know if there are patch notes, but if there are, I haven't read them. However, I am going to assume that the story is complete. I'm going to rely on the story being complete, because if it's not, this seems a lot smoother than I remember it being. I'm going to rely on the story being complete, because if the story isn't complete, then I am not going to be able to make a video out of this. And I'm really hoping that I am, because I really need to be able to make a few more videos currently to get me through exam season. But that's not the point. The point is that on the same weekend as the 1 year anniversary of the channel, the 1.0 of this very special game has been released, which is very special to me, particularly given that Subnautica was, what, the second, third video we ever did? I don't know, I can't remember. It was all a long time ago, exactly a year ago even. But it's here now, and we get to explore it, we get to find the end of it, and we get to murder many fish through my complete incompetent driving ability. So, we need to get back to this alien phasegate facility, as I recall, because that is where Alan is going to meet us. And hopefully this time he'll actually be there and we can figure out what's going on, because I've been back there about 3 times after each update, hoping that it would be there, but it's not. Stop that. Stop that at once. You're making me nervous. What's that? That seems new. That seems unusual. Please don't kill me. Pick up a creature egg. I don't really think I want to pick that up, given the fact that it looks much like a creature egg and more like a love egg. But, moving swiftly on from such things, and realising I don't know the buttons. Oh, excellent. I can guess the buttons, and that'll probably be enough. I've never thought of using that booster thing as you're leaving the air. That would probably throw you... Get out. That would probably help throw you for a spin. But anyway. Right. That's enough drivelling on from me. Let's get up the hill to the phasegate facility.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Gosh, has there ever been a moment in this entire game where there hasn't been dangerous weather approaching? Because I feel like it's just perpetually impossible to see on this planet. Okie dokie. Here we go. Moment of truth. Here he is! Hi, Alan!
Are you preparing to leave, Alan?
Yes. There is much to do.
Despite having 4 legs, you don't seem that enthused about the concept of walking. What is this thing? Tell me it's not a Death Star laser. Can I scan it? Ooh, can I give it a scan? Can I? No, apparently not. I can't even get over this bit. I can't even jump either. Oh, it's because I've forgotten the jump button. Wouldn't matter because there's still an invisible barrier there anyway. But, never mind. Oh, it's a gateway. Where are you going to go? And why do you have Dr. Octopus arms?
Do you still wish to leave with me? Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see where architects come from. Besides, I don't have another ride.
I do not know what we will find there. The others may be sick or angry, if they live at all.
Or you could find peace. Family.
Cursed optimist. Stop being so cheerful.
Complete any business you still have on this planet. Join me on the other side when you are ready to leave.
Ah. Okay. So... okay, complete any business you have left on this planet. I mean, there is one other thing I want to do. There is one other thing I want to go back and have another look at, but I'm going to take advantage of a saving mechanic instead. And, oh gosh, this isn't quite what I was expecting. What's on the other side? Oh, nothing. What happens if I go through backwards? Will it break it? Why can't I just be normal and just let things work the way they're supposed to instead of trying to break everything? Okay. Here we go. I suppose.
Robin, you're just in time. The phase gate is opening.
That wasn't the phase gate?
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time.
Only for the last millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from Altera.
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yeah.
Oh. These are those massive gates that we've been using to catapult our ships around the galaxy in order to actually explore, because I don't think we've got faster than light travel yet.
Would you help me prepare the ship? The energy masts must be moved into place.
Well, this is different.
I could see this additional pause coming in quite handy. Ahem. Sorry. Okay. Energy masts. Need to move them. Do they come with an instruction manual, or, how the hell do I do that exactly? Do you mean these things? Do you mean the ones which have fallen over? You want me to pick them back up again? Okay, I can do some intergalactic tidying, I suppose. Align pillar. Ooh. Whoa. Careful. Maybe we should have started with something smaller, like picking up a cup or something. This is badass. Okay, let's have a go with this one, see whether we can do this one a little bit better than last time. That's it, nice and steady. Oh my giddy arms, I'm flying. And... got to clear the snow first. That's why it's very important to clear your driveway of snow, kids.
Very good. Return to me and I will initiate ship assembly.
Ship assembly? We need a ship to go... Well, I mean, it is massive. It's hardly the size of a cat flap. Return arms. That's not a command I thought we were going to see, but...
The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose.
Okay. Am I going with you? I do wish you'd give a few more instructions. Okay. You literally just turned yourself into a spaceship. That's a hell of a party trick. Ow! Double
I
ow.
apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies.
I'll take that as a
I
compliment.
would have helped you to your feet, but as you can see, I have been fully integrated with the ship.
Goodness, where's your head? Oh, there's your head.
Nothing is permanent. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, you could say that. Ready to leave the past behind.
Good. Please brace yourself, and then we will depart.
Wow. I'm not even going to get into a grammatical argument about the self-contradictory nature of the statement "nothing is permanent," but okay, I guess I'll just hold on to this rail. Oh gosh.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Shouldn't we be facing the other way? Let's maybe not. Let's maybe not smash into that.
What will we find when we get there?
If I am the last of my kind, I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
It's like a transport corridor combined with the intro to Doctor Who.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
I think somebody is insuring themselves for a little bit of a sequel, I think. Wow. That was one hell of an ending. I'm not even really sure what to say, frankly. No, I'm on it. This is a rare situation for me, but I'm actually lost for words. I actually have no idea what I should say, actually. Just genuinely fantastic. Just a really lovely way to end a really lovely game. And as I said, there is one other little thing I want to go back and have a little look at. One little loose end I wouldn't mind tying up, and it will give me a little opportunity to have a little discussion about something. But yeah, let me get back to that thing I want to have a look at, and then we'll have a little chat. If I can remember where the hell it is.
What happened here?
I sense many things here. Death among them.
My investigation of the fire excavation site, including the cave entrance and surrounding area, revealed minor cosmetic damage to
This was Sam's necklace. She never took it off.
Okay. I'd
It appears that your sister's death was accompanied by significant destruction.
Doesn't make any sense. She would never destroy a base. Well, baselessly.
Are your feelings confused? I am detecting more than one.
I don't know. I feel disillusioned, worried. I thought I knew Sam better than I really did. When we were kids, I was always the one breaking and rebuilding things. She wouldn't even go into a bake sale without a plan. For classic oatmeal cookies, no less. So serious. She wouldn't have anything to do with my molecularly transformed caramel pretzel lumps.
Your mind goes easily to food. To distract you from your feelings.
Okay, I think that's enough mind reading for now. This wasn't negligence. That's not Sam. This was something else.
I have to confess, I'd completely forgotten we were here looking for our sister. But never mind. Right.
Prologue, excavation site, day 33, morning. I thought I saw something moving on the screen, but it I sneezed. Wiped it off. Fred's not convinced the Leviathan is really dead, but I've never even seen it blink. Nevertheless, I am now undertaking the mandatory foot patrol. Inside the cave, confirming a whole lot of nothing. Creatures still dead, cave still boring. I miss the mining site. At least you could talk to people. Oh, wait now, what's this? A rock! I found an interesting rock. That makes 3 this week. The others will be happy to have a friend. Concluding patrol. Perimeter secured. Nothing to report. End log.
I think this man's going kind of off the deep end. So, yes, ignoring my wonderful sibling instincts that I completely forgot we were here looking for our sister, yeah, this is... I cannot get a good angle on you, dude. You're not very photogenic, are you? You're not easy to get a good angle on. This is the thing that I wanted to come back and have a quick look at, just to see whether they've updated the world around here a little bit, and they have, it would seem. Obviously, there's the necklace from Sam, and So it would seem there are 2 stories going on. There's the story of Alan and the architects, and there's also the story of Sam, and I don't think I've actually got to the end of the story of Sam. I don't know if Sam is somewhere on the planet, alive or dead, and possibly you can find her. I think I'd have to do quite a lot of research into that in order to find out. And there's also that over there. There's that little machine which says it requires some form of injectable container. I don't know whether that's fully implemented or not. I would assume so, so this is the 1.0 release, but I can't think of any item that would be suitable for use in this little device. And I can't scan it, so I've honestly got no idea. I've honestly got no idea what this machine wants when it says requires injectable container to function. It clearly wants a sample, I just don't have the sample, and I've got no idea where to get it from. I've looked all around this place, but I can't find anything that I could scan or pick up that would help give me a clue about that. So possibly there's something in the game you can use to interact with this, and I've just completely forgotten what it is, because I've gotten to the end of the story over the period of a year in a very piecemeal style. But yeah, this is the only thing. In fact, what I might do actually is get up the database picture of him, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this. This is my only qualm about this game, because this game is beautiful. It genuinely really is. It's got a very nicely fleshed out and advanced story. Because don't get me wrong, the story of the original Subnautica was fantastic, and the story of this is also great. As much as I don't quite understand or see how the story of Robin and Sam kind of all goes together. But this is my only qualm about Below Zero. They seem to not be putting quite so much emphasis on amazing, crazy, wild, enormous creatures anymore. Because sure, you've got the ice worm, but you only see the ice worm when it's jumping out at you, and when you're actually on land. When you're in the water, you don't see it. The only other Leviathan creature really is the glowworm, but that's completely harmless. As is the vent garden. And don't get me wrong, right? The vent garden is incredible, yeah? The vent garden is a really, really impressive design. It's one of the most beautiful things in this entire game. And yes, this is absolutely crazy, right? But because it spends most of its time in the ground, and the only time you can see it is when you're in enormous danger from it, you don't really get to sort of admire its awesome view. And this is, again, fantastic. But these are the only big creatures in the game. And I mean, Subnautica had the Reaper Leviathan, and the Sea Dragon, and the Sea Emperor, and probably others which I've already forgotten about. But it had... There was always, no matter where you were, there was always some risk of some absolutely crazy, enormous creature jumping out at you and biting your face off. And I don't know, I just feel like this game just doesn't have that particular element to it anymore. It's still got the very nice balance of story and survival. It's still got the core excitement of exploration in the environment, and the excellent storytelling, and the nice build-up of the like the technology, so that you start off quite helpless, quite restricted, but then the more you find, the further out you can go, and everything seems to be a little bit more fine-tuned and a little bit smoother, and it's all brilliant. It just doesn't really have any sort of massive crazy creatures in it anymore, which is just, I think, such a shame, because that was like such a wonderful part of Subnautica. And that was because I remember, I think I was reading a very interesting piece about the distinction between horror and terror in games, where horror is just something like directly scary, but terror is where there isn't necessarily something scary there, but the game almost sort of tricks you into constantly being slightly afraid, which is how it worked with like the Reaper Leviathan's scream that you would hear as it travelled through the ocean, because even if you weren't particularly close to the Reaper Leviathan, you could still hear it, and that was a really nice element, that you were always slightly scared. And this, I feel, has sort of lost its horror element a tiny bit. It's still a brilliant and fantastic storytelling survival game, with all of Subnautica's good parts to it. I just don't feel that it's scary anymore, and maybe that's on purpose, right? Maybe I don't know. I haven't read, any press releases from Unknown Worlds about what the game is supposed to be. So maybe this is entirely what they're going for. Maybe they've said, okay, Subnautica was our trench into horror, and now we're moving into something a bit less spooky based. And obviously people will say, yes, but if it was just the same as the old one, but looked a bit different, you'd still be annoyed. Yes, of course I would be. But I don't know. I feel like the wonderful, crazy, awesome creatures that were enormous and terrifying were a staple of the original Subnautica, and I am just a little bit sad that there's no parallel here, because the only massive creatures are either constantly underground to the point where you can barely see them, they're frozen in the ice, or they're not dangerous. I don't know, maybe there's more, maybe there is another creature and I just haven't discovered it. Maybe there's like a massive underground cavernous system with a great big scary creature in it. And if that is the case, please tell me, because I would love to go and give it a massive smooch. But I don't know, it's my only problem with this game, is that it doesn't maintain Subnautica's terrifying massive creature roster. It keeps everything else, and it advances everything else, and it's improving on almost everything else. It is honestly really, really good. And it does the effective thing that a sequel should do, which is add to the overall experience of the series. It's not just a matter of, well, play the second one, but don't bother playing the first one, because the second one is just like an expansion of the first one. I'm glad that it is significantly different enough that you could play both almost directly next to each other without feeling like you're sort of going over the same stuff again. So in almost every single way, I am really, really happy with this. I just feel a little bit sad that there's no crazy massive creatures in it, because there are lots of really interesting creatures in here. If we look at wherever they are, the carnivores, there's the brute sharks, which are interesting. And where are the did I even scan them? Yeah, I did. Here we are. I don't remember them. There's these as well, these squid sharks, which are fascinating, but they're not very big. And maybe I'm being very sort of platonic, and not platonic, like very like surface level with this, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit of lost potential in there just being no massive scary creature on the same like level as the Sea Emperor or the Sea Leviathan. That is my only qualm about this game. But other than that, this game is genuinely fantastic. It is really, really enjoyable. It is really varied. It's really beautiful. I love that they're experimenting and exploring with stuff that isn't just underwater. Because as much as Subnautica had a little bit of that with the island, it was quite rough, and it was obvious that the game was very heavily meant to stay in the water. But I like that they've really smoothed out the ground mechanics, so that you can actually really enjoy your time on land as well as your time underwater. And they've got vehicles for on land as well, so that is all really, really good. I just wish there was something massive in the game. I just don't see anything massive here. But that's my only problem with the game. Everything else about this game I love and adore, and I've really, really enjoyed my year playing this, and I'm really glad that this could be something that has been here for the entire year of the channel's life. And if there is more to this game, there is to find. If there is more to the story of Sam and Robin, or there are some other creatures or some other environments to explore, I will very much enjoy coming back to this game to examine them. But for the time being, as very much as I am very sorry to say this, I think that is about the end of Subnautica Below Zero. It's been a wonderful experience. I have really, really enjoyed it. I look forward to actually playing this game again, because, as I think I said at some point, playing the game over the span of a year in a very piecemeal style as they add new updates isn't really the best way to play the game. So I do look forward to, in a while, when I've got more free time, playing through the game again. From beginning to end, and seeing it all in one big go, which I think will be a lot of fun. But yeah, this is a really, really, really good expansion on the original Subnautica. It really, really is. I just wish there was some crazy cinematic creature in it to have a bit of fun with and to run away from and die a lot too. But maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe none of it matters. But that was Subnautica Below Zero. I hope you enjoyed it. I had an absolute hell of a time playing this game. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.